Hey, greetings, Performance Reviews, where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today I have something different from my normal content, but I'm known for doing thorough reviews, and I am very much into going outdoors. I know, kind of strange from somebody who has a channel primarily focused on vacuums. So when Winjo, I think that's how we pronounce that. Sorry, my Chinese is not very good. Wanted to send me a tent for the back of my pickup truck. I almost jumped with joy. I was just excited that they want to send me something non-vacuum related or non-air purifier related, some company. So they did send this to me, but we're just going to unbox it, see what it comes with. I'll let you know what I think the quality is and go from there. Now, I've worked with several other companies in the past, and you can go check my back catalog. But some of my most critical reviews are of companies who dared to send me product. You can go check out my Loop review, really comes to mind, where they sent me a $700 vacuum that was just complete trash, and I wrote it up as such. Try not to cut the tent as well. The box is a little bowed. We are here a mile above sea level, so any plastic or anything like that would have expanded, gotten a little funky. All right. So it comes in the box. All right. So let's see what's inside. And then we're going to go for a drive and set the damn thing up. And this is kind of what it's going to look like. Gave me a little basic manual. Showed us what we're going to expect. Of course, everything is in centimeters. So that's going to be a little confusing for some of my American market guys. But, you know, learn metric, what can I say? So the tent comes kind of packaged in there. Ah, okay. And then let's take a look at the poles. This very much feels like a Harbor Freight tent. It does not feel like a Harbor Freight tarp. I said tent, but I meant tarp. But the tent is made out of that. Oh, there's a tongue twister for you. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's kind of nice. So those are probably fiberglass then. That's everything right there. Let's go take a drive and go set this up somewhere. All right, this is my 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. It has a 5-foot bed because it is an off-road oriented pickup truck. And I do have a video review on that. Feel free to go check that out over here. Let's get to putting the tent up. We have about 20 minutes of sunlight left here. All right, let's take a look. Start putting this thing together. Just throw the manual away. So let's grab this. Got our tent poles. Throw that away. See how this goes. Looks like we have a rain cover here. We'll put that up later. And this is the part I'm most curious about doing, is seeing how this fits in my smaller bed. So the first thing I'm noticing here are these really thin clips. You can almost bend them with your finger. And then there's a strap. So it looks like that's what's going to be holding this onto the truck. All right, this is perhaps one of the stranger tents I've put up in my life. For those who don't know me, I've got quite a bit of outdoor experience and might be a little bit familiar with some of the field manuals Uncle Sam put out over the years. So a couple of things happened when we were putting this together. First of all, these hooks are not really gonna hold much in place. You're gonna end up having to tie this or secure this some other way than with the provided hardware. They have some like tie points like this. It's no es bueno. Now here's the part I really want to share, every single one of these, except for like one of them, ripped where the tent goes in. You can see where this one down here started to rip as well. Again, this is just putting this together. It's not windy. It's a beautiful fucking day here in Denver, so there's nothing like that. Now I have to put the water cover on yet, but the water cover, which feels like any other rain cover, the rain cover has those same sort of hooks on it as well, and I'm really surprised about those. Finally, I knew there had to be some of this. So yeah, you can tie it down like you traditionally do with the tent. There's also places to clip the rain cover on that. I'll put that on a little bit later. Let's go ahead and see what's inside the tent. So the tent pretty much is like any other tent. You got like a mesh cover and a zipper door. There is a little pocket like any other tent would have. I should have definitely put an air mattress in here. You're gonna bust your knees up crawling around a truck bed. And again, this is kind of nice that you can just roll this down. And the orange thing acts as a gutter, so hopefully that will deflect some of the water and keep it from coming in as well. In the middle of the tent, there is a ventilation up top. So for summer camping, I think you'll really appreciate that. That's going to let a lot of the heat out of the tent if you leave this thing parked overnight. Now, in terms of privacy, there is a door that goes up, and then the screen goes over it when you zip it up. All right, as far as the rain cover goes, it has their nice logo. This has a breather that unvelcros here. I think you're supposed to just do that, and it's going to breathe through there. Again, that's nice for hot summer nights. Not so nice if it's going to be really cold out. And this tent is a very thin material. Let's talk a little bit about how this all sits in. This is supposed to line up with your tailgate, and then you're supposed to just, again, these hooks are very strange, and then there's like a little rubber part that's supposed to be on the end of these, and they've already fallen off of here. And you got to be careful not to scratch the paint of your car with those. But like I said, the idea is that this hooks on somewhere underneath. You can see the amount of hardware that's included to tie this thing down. I have no doubts that you can get this thing nice and tight and be able to tie this thing down so it's not going to blow away in the wind. However, it just doesn't feel high quality. The more I touch this, the more things are just not sewn right. There's no X on that. The more it just seems like a very temporary, quick idea. And I hope they come out with a version 2 of this at some point, because this is going to leave a lot of people kind of out in the cold or maybe very wet. It just doesn't feel like it's going to last. I would have preferred, instead of including these hooks with these rubber things that are just going to fall off, I think they would have just been much better off sewing a loop right here and being able to do that. The lack of apparent quality on this really does have me concerned. As camping gear, you know, your life kind of depends on it. You don't want to get hypothermia or be out in the cold. I think this would be fine if you were just summer camping, going 1 or 2 nights a year, but that's it. This is not the sort of thing that's going to wear well over heavy use. You can see the stress marks. You can see what's already started to happen just setting this up in a park by my house. Another thing I'd like to note is this really is made for like a 6-foot bed. Trying to shove this into a 5-foot bed, it's a little small, and I think it makes the tent look kind of awkward, as we've seen here. So that's something just to note. If you have a truck with a 5-foot bed, just expect that. I've secured it around the truck, and some of the straps and the hooks fell off while I was doing it. Again, not a great sign of quality. But we must now answer the question everybody is asking. Can you drive with it? This is a horrible idea. Honestly, I didn't expect it to still be there. I thought I'd be dragging this thing on the ground. So yeah, if you needed to move at a low speed, you could drive with it. I only went about 20 or 30 miles an hour, and this is what happened. Again, I would not recommend doing this down the highway or doing this at all. I would not recommend it, but if you need to move it a couple feet or a couple car lengths, yeah, it would still be there. Well, thanks for watching this video on our truck bed tent. Please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, comment below if you have one of these that you like. I'd like to hear from you. If you have this one, I'd definitely like to hear how it stood up after a few uses. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get a chance to use this one out in the wild. We're getting a camper shell put on this truck on Friday here. Got a full work week, so we're probably not going camping anytime soon. This is something I wanted to explore for a while. I wanted to see how one of these worked. Again, big thank you to the manufacturer for sending this to me. Again, if the manufacturer actually watches this all the way through, please improve your quality on some of those stitches.